to the wild world of wrestling.
All right, welcome back to another episode. So, here we are with Pro Wrestling Sim, my show, Wild World of Wrestling, that I've edited and everything. So, for this episode, we're gonna go through three. I have already pre-booked three shows. Semi-booked Stardom, as you know, it's uh, not an important show. So I just kind of threw things together, But I am starting some new storylines. I kind of went through because the other storylines were ended here, so I started off new ones. One story I did not put together yet. I don't think. Let me check real quick. I just thought about that just as I was in the middle of talking. So no, I haven't put that one together that I was looking at, but I don't know how it's gonna be yet. But these are the storylines. Obviously, you guys know the number one contender is Ricky. Um, Cruiserweight Championship. We're starting off with Yasamasa calling Bruno out. And we're going to do some personal attacks here with Jeremiah and Logan. The point of this one is to get Logan over, to get him more as a baby face and more loved by the crowd. And then Samuel wants next is the other one, which is going to be another major one because Kazuko Okada is part of Hiroshi Club, and I have been pushing him since the very beginning as he came in. I have no idea why, but he is actually one of my favorite ones on here. And ever since I created all of these photos for these guys, I've come to love them even more because it has more of a characterization to them. And Samuel here. So the point of this one is Kazuko is pushed over, the top, and he's technically only a mid carder, but I've been able to push him up to upper mid carder. And excuse me with my hiccups. But Samuel, he wants to be the next one in line for everything. So as I turned him heel, I haven't really done well with him, I don't think. So I have actually been debating on a new tag team. And this is kind of what I'm looking at. So after this, my idea is seeing how and Samuel and what's his face? Hold on, I can't think. Adam. I'm just waking up. So Adam and Samuel, I'm kind of thinking of putting them as a tag team. I just don't know how they are as a team yet, and that is where um, 3W Stardom comes into is to check these kind of things because it's a not an important show, so it does not affect ratings whatsoever. But it does help with build chemistry with people as opponents, and it helps with building characters up, wins, losses, all that kind of stuff, but without affecting the popularity or anything of the show or the company itself. And that's what I love about it. And that's why I made it. It's so I can have that extra show to build up people to make them popular and bring them over. Because as you know, so far, Rebellion and Rise, I have specific people that I'm using all the time. And it doesn't do so well when I put others on. Yes, for granted, it's okay to do it at the beginning, but um, I'm trying to get Rise to, rise back up. But Rebellion is our number one show currently. So I have these two already fully pre booked. So we're going to go through them today, and I'm going to kind of show you here before I start to show kind of my thought process. I'm not going to book the show, obviously, because it's already booked, but I will probably in the next episode go over my booking style because I know someone asked how I actually book, if I pre-book or if I auto book everything, which I don't auto book except for Stardom sometimes. This time I didn't auto book, but I kind of went through and went click, add match, add match, add match, blah blah blah. So let's just kind of get into it. We're gonna simulate to the next day here, see what's going on. The day prior to 3W Rebellion. So it said we had a little update last night. I had like a update on here. It said like 12 megabytes or something like that, but there's nothing written about. So I'm guessing it's just a bug fix, which luckily I haven't had any bugs. The only bug I ever had was actually here for the news. It would not show it. Um, and actually, the developers are really good because I wrote on one of their updates stuff about how the news wasn't working, and they told me to send my save file to them, which I did, and they fixed it within a matter of a couple minutes and sent it back. And I'm still on the same exact save file. So I really love the developers. I love how they really take pride in this, even though we don't get an update every single month. They really take their pride in this and to try to make this as one of the best games possible. And I enjoy it. I think I played this game the most on my Steam. So nothing came in for the mail. So we're gonna go for the next day and see if there's anything prior to Rebellion. And man, let me tell you, it is cold here in Montana. So it's not as cold as it has been the last 2 days, but it's still cold. When I woke up this morning, it was negative 22, and the wind chill was negative 32. The other day, the wind chill got it down to negative 57, so it was absolutely frigid. And I've been starting my car every like 4 to 5 hours because it's just been ridiculous. Anyways, we do have mail, and we have a main event request. I wonder who this would be. Oh, okay. I can't remember what I named her. I haven't right there. It says Amy Manic. I forgot. I haven't used her for a while. She wants to be in a main event. I could do that in Stardom. So it says before April, which I have a lot of time, so I will accept that promise. Definitely. I can do that. Somewhere like in Stardom, I don't know. I wouldn't think it would make a difference. It's on a show, it's a main event at the end, so we'll see if it works for the promise or not. Um, so since that we have already had this booked, we'll go into the screen and I'll kind of show you off a little bit, just a little bit to show you like how I do it. So usually when I come in here to build, I always click hide booked because I don't want to double book everybody, and except for like segments such as angles and then matches, but and then what I always do is I always, oops, this one. Instead of alphabetical, I go to push. Because I like to have my best at the very top to know who I'm using, what I'm doing, and kind of go down like this. I haven't done any interviews lately, and I really should. As you can see, we are actually in Maryland. So when I start a show, when I go to book it, my first process is what is the main event? What is the point of the show? Um, how am I going to end this with the best match possible? So, the best match possible I came up with was Kenta and Kazuko. And, this is supposed to make Kazuko look good, and this is kind of to give a world title match and keep that feud going just a little bit here. Which obviously Kazuko is not going to win because he's not the number one contender. But this was a request for him to prove himself. But that's where it leads into the final segment, an angle, which is a post-match attack. And that is because of Kenta taking Ricky out, which is the number one contender. So here we are with that. And that's kind of what I came up with for Rebellion. And hopefully, I usually don't use an angle segment as the final segment, but we're gonna see how that works today because we are in a traditional wrestling promotion rather than entertainment, but I build it upon both. So I am a fan of NXT for WWE, so I like that aspect of the traditional wrestling and the traditional matches, yet with a little bit of entertainment, well, at least now it's a little too much entertainment at the moment, but prior to that, when it was black and gold brand, everything was just golden era for them. Point is I mix it up with traditional wrestling and angles as not a priority, but as one that can kind of separate between the matches so that fans don't get burned out by each match because it will go down if there's too many matches back to back to back. Um, and usually for a traditional promotion, the fans prefer interviews as angles rather than the entertainment aspect. But I try to mix it up with all of it because that's kind of where I go, both entertainment and traditional. So you can just call it traditional entertainment. But anyways, when I come through, I think of the main event that I want for that show, and then I kind of build upon everything else, and I look at my stories, which you can go up to quick view and you can see the titles, tag team, stables, storylines, blah blah blah, and I look at that and try to build upon more. So I have an intercontinental championship match here. um, I do have it set as automatic, and same with Adam Ayers and Lucas McMahon, as they are both younger guys trying to get over. So I have that set as automatic because I don't really care who wins. It's just about the match itself. And usually when I go in and I'm booking matches, I do click, which I did not for this one, and I need to. I'll get the owner here. I find an agent for it. Match gimmick, I usually don't use match gimmicks a lot, except for big, big events. And then obviously the title, the winner here, how it's gonna win or how they're gonna win, the purpose of the match, which this is to make Kazuko Okada look good, and then the notes, and I should say that certain people are going to interfere. So this is kind of like what I look for. So we're gonna cancel out of this, and obviously I do angles in between the bigger matches and whatnot. If you do hear noise in the background and clicks and stuff like that, it is my heater about to go off. So it will be kind of loud. I don't know if it's going to be really loud in the mic. I can hear it in my headphones really loud right now. I hear click, click, click. So hopefully it's not sounding that loud to you. So, and as you see, I have 3 different segments for these guys. So right here, Kenta attacks Ricky, keeps him from the match with him tonight, which I decided that Kenta needs to defend that world title anyway. So Kazuko, and then post-match attack, blah blah blah. So there is that, and we are in Maryland. So we're just gonna start the show here. You kind of got the idea now, but I will book probably in the next show or the next episode. I will do an actual booking, and I'll show you what else I'm gonna do. And sometimes I don't do the best booking. It depends on how lazy I am. But a lot of times I like to write out the only things I don't do, and I'm trying to figure out how I want to do it because I want like commentary for matches to build. That's one thing I really want to do is come down here for big matches and do the description, and do like commentary and kind of give more emphasis upon the show itself or the matches. But I haven't done that yet because I don't know. I'm not a big on commentary for myself. I don't know if it's even gonna sound right or what. So, all right, let's just get to the show. Confirm. So the first thing is Kenta attacks Ricky, and as always, for some reason, when Kenta is in any angle whatsoever, he loses popularity, except in Europe. And I don't know why. It's a 99%, but he still loses popularity. Um, and then Ricky lost popularity for being attacked. This guy, the manager, he gains popularity just by being in it. It's interesting. But 99 to start, I'm not complaining. Then we go to the in ring promo. And this is the continuation of the story, which I haven't actually put as an official storyline, but I'm going to, after this little story ends and it gets into the next part, which I'm not going to ruin for you. But anyways, so Bruno comes out and he's upset, or he's not upset. He's more, he wants these guys to really put efforts because he wants his faction to be the best in the entire industry. And he wants Brian and Dylan to take advantage of taking out um, Cowboy Hobbs by taking those tag team titles and bringing them home. So he goes, Brian, Dylan, good job taking out those shit kickers, but you better get the job done. You two need to bring home those tag titles. And then Brian, you know, he says, Bruno, don't worry. Dylan and I are going to destroy them and take those titles for ourselves. And it's actually a final score of 99. That's actually better than I expected. Um, let's see here. We have, wow, everybody gained popularity. Look, actually, wow. Bruno, Brian, Dylan. I'm liking that Bruno keeps building up popularity because he really needs it. Especially since I used him for losing at the very beginning of the promotion. So, man, that was actually better than I thought. So, next segment. So, Adam Ayers actually wins this one. Sorry, Lucas. But it's good to see that Adam Ayers is winning. Lucas was struggling for breath, though. So his stamina is not very good. How long? 8 minutes. So I guess Lucas needs like 5-minute matches to start. Didn't lose too much, but man, Adam gained good popularity. So I'm happy with that result. However, the match quality was not the greatest. The final score is 66, so that was not very good. And the crowd reaction was not great. So that's kind of depressing on that one. But at least Adam got popularity and he has a win. Next segment. So the Intercontinental Championship match. And wow, I'm actually surprised. And I'm happy with that. Jamal actually keeps the title by winning. So let's see. Aimed to steal the show, which gave it a final score of 100. A 4-star match. Crowd reaction was 100, so they really loved it. The only negative on this was Eddie and Jamal have pretty bad chemistry as opponents. Their timing was all over the place. For their timing all over the place, they did pretty good, though. They got a good... So, that's really good. Eddie actually loses, but not a whole lot of popularity, so I'm happy with that. Jamal gained... Wow. He gained 1.2 for popularity here in America, so that is really good. Working with Jamal helped everyone learn in this segment, so that's cool. And that helps with the prestige of the title. You got to remember, too, on here, I've noticed if you have less than 10 defenses on a title and they lose it, it actually kills the prestige. And also, if you have a certain amount of days that you've held the title and not a whole lot of defenses, it also kills the prestige, and I've noticed that. So let's get to the next segment. So introduction of a new stable. And this is where I'm pulling in Kana, who is injured right now. And so Kiba goes, she has been my rival, my bitter enemy for the entire time I have been here. I think it's time to cut that cord. Shiori says she was my best friend, became enemy, but no matter what, I need her by my side, along with Kiba. And then the entrance hits for Kana to come out. Thus begins a new stable. And here I will show you after this what the name is. Which is weird that Kiwa lost popularity in North America. No one else lost popularity though. It's kind of weird. And it's also kind of weird that it's only 75 for this promo. I don't understand why. It doesn't really specify. I wish it would. But 100% for Kana coming in, so pops it, I guess. And handle character changes, and this is where... Did I change her character? I don't remember. Anyways, turn. How did it do? How did it do? Was a success. Awesome. So there we go. Now, Kana is now a face character. So now we have 3 of the top stars and Regina, which is our backup, and to help push her up here as a faction. Now we have something to really work on for the women's division. So next segment. So the final match, which is a 4.5 star, which is really nice. Final score 94, crowd reaction 88. So now at least Kenta gained popularity. So in the match, he retained. Obviously, I told you guys about that. Had a boost in his performance because of his gimmick. The star power of Kenta added to the match. Kazuko did not lose any popularity whatsoever by losing. So the next segment, and it will be holy crap! Why did Ricky and Kenta both lost popularity? What is going on with that? That is so weird. I don't understand that. Post-match attack. It must be their gimmick doesn't resonate with that kind of style of. I don't know. I like how it says Europe he lost, but it's like 0.0. Of course, this guy over here, he just keeps gaining popularity just by sitting on the sidelines. That's this guy right here. But a 99 for a final score actually helps the show, which I think the show is going to be rated high. I'm going to say 97. So let's end the show and see where it's at. And we are at, lower than I thought. 94. That's not bad, though, because we still gain popularity in America, Latin America, Europe, and Asia. Nothing here and nothing there, which it doesn't show. But you know what? That was actually a successful show. I like it. So let's end it. So let's see. Is there anything here? Any emails? I wonder. I really hope my heater is not as loud on the mic here as it is in my ears. Because even my voice is higher in my ears than it is actually on the video, which is really, really weird. Man, it's taking a little bit longer than expected here, so. Summary. Let's take a look. 3W Rebellion made $775,915 in ticket sales with an attendance of 15,835. That's not bad. Not bad, not bad at all. I like that. And I almost forgot here for the tag teams. So I started building new tag teams. Let's see. Oh, that's not what I wanted. I wanted stables. So to build the new stable, Barado Moon. So Blood Moon is what it means. Barado Moon. And then we have Miscreants over here. So we're just trying to build up stables in the women's division as everyone gets stronger and trying to build more people. I noticed that stables do help with building up other characters too. So, and I have a lot of people here, 91. So I really need to use stables as a priority here to help others. So that is one of my other goals right now. I've had stables break up and whatnot. The best one we broke up because I'm trying to get them all as single stars. Kenta, Yasumasa, and Kazuko were in Hiroshi clubs, so. Okay, so it is time for the next event. And we are going to book it. And I need to make sure that everything is correct before I go in. So another thing I like to do is I forgot to do this. Pick my deal here. So for this episode, we are going to be in Mississippi. We want a $20,000 or $20,000 capacity arena. Choose venue. Oh, there we go. I didn't think it. Now it says potential audience is lower than what it could be, and vice versa. So this one is a show. Let's see. We have max time remaining is still 21 minutes. I think I'm just gonna leave it as is because that's what I created. So let's start the show. Go ahead. So we needed the tag team titles to be defended here for the women. So we started off with tag team championship match, which looks like they kept the titles. Ooh, what really stinks is these guys. Wow, Amiya really lost popularity. That's not very good. I mean, they're not the greatest. They're just starting. So, but a final score of 72 ain't too bad, but I would like it better. 3-star match, so that's pretty good. And the crowd reaction was lower than necessary. Now we're gonna do the cruiserweight promo here, and this is with Yasamasa. He's finally done with Kenta for a little bit. He's still going to try to take the title sometime, but right now he wants to focus on holding gold again. So he comes out to the ring. Bruno, it is time for you to stop hiding behind your mates and defend that cruiserweight championship. I am hungry and I want the gold. So prepare. I am coming for that title. Hold it tightly, kid. So he's emphasizing how much he wants it and that he's coming for it. And actually was 100%, so that is great. Yasu Masa comes out with their entrance and then cuts the promo. Perfect. And look at that. Both of them gets high popularity. So that is absolutely awesome. So next segment. So here is where I'm trying to transition Cowboy Landon Brown into a single star. They have held the titles over a year, the tag titles. So Brian Walker was struggling for breath though, so his stamina. Well, he is like 41, I think he is. So stamina's going to more decrease now. The star of Brian Walker added to the match, so that's good. His selling skill, explosive style. Landon Brown did the heavy lifting and putting the match story together, so that was good. Brian Walker did not lose anything, but Landon Brown did gain popularity, so that is a huge plus. And he wins. However, the match quality sucked. It was a star and a half match. So that does not help. And at 73%, this is not helping Rise to rise back up. So here's the next one. Stage attack. Man, now this one, these guys work fine. They're not losing anything for these kind of promos or these kind of segments, which is really cool. But that's good because Logan now is gaining some popularity and Jeremiah gained popularity for the attack. So this actually helps them both, and that's what I like to see. However, it was only 93%. I can't complain too much, but we still need the last two segments to be top of the line segments here. So here we go with the next segment. 96%, 4.5 stars, 94 crowd reaction. So this is good. Okay. I was wondering here because I can't remember what I did here. I guess I have them on the side. So they stole the show, and that was my thing. Jada had a boost to her performance, but she also has bad stamina, I suppose. I forgot about that. Selling skill raised the match, so that's good. Kiwa retained, and Kiwa had popularity change at Rose. Jada's didn't change at all, but that's good. The last one is one that was supposed to just be the here to help, which obviously it did. 100, 4-star match. And this was supposed to pin the 3 top faces against the 3 top heels. And that was one of my things that I wanted to do, which all 3 of these heels are champions. There is only face are the tag titles and the women's championship. I think those are the only ones. But anyways, look at this long list here, all green. But wow, I'm kind of oh, that's because they lost. That's kind of weird though. Why would that? I guess wow, interesting how that works. Now Sunny went up, and that's one of the things I wanted. Bruno, look at this, up 2. That is awesome. That's what I really, really wanted for him. Popularity for Jamal went up, which is even better. Because maybe this will help his morale. Because even though he's champion and he's winning, his morale sucks. And I don't understand why. Sunny Gunn, his popularity went up, so that's good. But it sucks that these guys had to lose popularity just for them to gain. It kind of stinks, though. But it says that putting on such an incredible match impressed the crowd and raised the popularity of everyone involved. So I'm guessing with the popularity that raised on that means that these would have been worse. That's my guess. Anyways, successful match. So, Jamal took the pin, or is the one that won the segment. So let's end the show and see what it comes out to be. And wow, 94% 2 shows in a row. Not too bad. And it gained the popularity back, so that's a plus as well. So we're going to end this show. Go ahead and go to Stardom. Um, and just see how this one works. Maybe. Sometimes it takes just a little bit here. You can probably hear my fan on my computer too, so it's pretty loud at the moment. My laptop gets overheated lately. Don't know why. So this one actually had more money made and with a higher attendance, so over 16,000. And you remember when I changed the venue, it said that it was about 14,000. So that's why you never depend on what it says there, because you can change the matches, and what it does, it changes the potential amount of audience, and it's never really true. I guess it all depends. I don't know, but that's how it usually works. It seems like I did good with this one, so I like seeing the attendance get over 16,000 again. So, all right, we're gonna go back to the main office, and let's see here. So Stardom is 1 day away, and that will be where we leave off. Now, like I said, this is an unimportant show, so when I booked it, all I did was push match and find the lowest popularity, the newest people, and I just put them in matches. Just went, okay, him, her, blah, blah, blah. Because this is my point, is to see who has chemistry as opponents, chemistry as a team, who's going to win, whose popularity is going up, and who does well in a ring, so I can pull them up to other shows and figure out what to do with them. So we're going to go to the book show. Let's see here. So as you see, no angles, just straight matches here. So capacity of 5,000. So we're going to go. Oh, that's not what I wanted. United States. We're going to go to Arizona. And 5,000. Is there an actual? Oh, yeah. Never mind. Okay. We're going to go to 5,000 here in Arizona. We're going to start the show and just run through it real quick. So, Elena lost against Ramona, which I actually didn't know that Ramona was actually going to win this one. 59-45, 2 stars. There was nothing to speak about on here, so, but that's a good start, I suppose. Okay, so result is Kenny Odell wins. That's this guy right here. These are all new guys. David White's on the main show in a tag team, but right now I'm trying to still build upon him. 61-49, 2.5 stars. That's not too bad. But Kenny and Stanley, I like seeing them. I didn't think they would win. I actually thought that David White would win this one. So that's cool. Next segment. So Jonathan Erickson loses to Alessandro Malone, which I am trying to push him real hard. He has a look that I feel would be good, and I really want to get him up there. And it says that I made him look like a threat in the match, and it really helped their popularity. So that's a plus. A 62, 46, and 3-star match. So that's not too bad. Next segment. Shane Garcia and Shiloh River. So as you know, Shiloh River is in the Rose River Club. And looks like he took the win this time. Shane lost popularity, but not too much. And he has some bad stamina here. I put him in a 12-minute match, so I need to put him down a little bit lower. But instead, Shane also did the heavy lifting and putting the match story together. So that's a huge plus right there, seeing that he does the heavy lifting for it, meaning he's really good in the ring. So we'll see how that works in the future. 53-45, only a 1-star. So, and the final one for the main event, some bigger names here. Marvin Roy loses to Damari Norris, and I think this is probably Damari's first win in a while that I can remember. But Marvin Roy has star power, but Damari struggled for breath, so I need to cut his match time down a little bit. But 68, 62 and a half. Not too bad. And like I said, this is not an important show. So 64% for the show rating, no popularity change because it's unneeded. So there you go. There are the 3 shows for this week and this episode. And for the next show, I will actually book the 3W Rebellion with you guys. As I was asked to show how I do the booking, so I'm actually going to go through it and show my thought processes and everything. So with that being said, I hope you guys have a wonderful week, and I will get episode 5 out as soon as possible.